How's it going, everybody? RazingHel here, and welcome back to another episode of Stronghold Legends Steam Edition, playing the single-player ice campaign. Today we are on chapter number 3, Siegfried.
Last night, a warrior named Siegfried arrived at our gates. It appears that one of the young ladies we rescued from King Laurin was his betrothed, the Princess Kriemhilde, and he wished to thank Dietrich. When those two met, I swear, it was like seeing two bears facing off on a mountain pass. Then mead and the battle tales started to flow, and all seemed well, until there was some confusion about exactly who would kill the fire demon of Ligard. Suddenly, Blitztard and Siegfried's sword, Balmo, were locked together. Well, I just barred the door and told the servants that once the noise of thunderous crashing around had stopped, they should go in with a dozen more barrels and 6 roasted sheep. Siegfried wishes to speak to you, sire, but don't fear. I dunked them both in the horse trough this morning.
It is an honor and a privilege to meet you, as I'm sure it must be for you to meet me. But please don't speak too loudly, my head is still ringing after last night's celebrations. Dietrich has told me much of your great work together, and I wish to pledge myself to your cause. I hear you could do with some funds to help you rebuild your lands. Well, there is a dragon named Fafnir, who I have been meaning to slay for quite some time now. The cowardly creature fled my lands and has taken up residence in yours. I believe he guards a sizable hoard of gold. So, if you are with me, I shall show you the way, and together we can flush the beast out.
Okay, going to be playing it on the hard difficulty level. Let's do this.
The dragon Fafnir lives on a hill to the north of here, sire. He is a huge beast and well defended. He will take some beating.
Okay, one thing I find interesting about this is I am playing as Siegfried, but I thought Dietrich was supposed to help me. Well, no matter. At this point, I'm going to be doing something different this time. It has worked for me in the past, and we'll see if it works again this time. So I'm going to put the archers right here on the corner of the keep, and then the pikemen and the lord will go in the corner with the trapdoor, essentially. So now, while the briefing says that these troops are here to help Fafnir the dragon, they will actually attack him given enough time. And since we're not limited by time, there's really no reason for us to hurry. From time to time, the wolves will actually come down here to attack me, but most of the time they'll just stay up here. And as you can see, Fafnir, he attacks them because he's a dragon, and dragons will attack pretty much any units. They really don't discriminate in that regard. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn up my rations to 8, and we're going to start making a little bit of gold. I can't build anything, so we're just going to sit here and wait until the inevitable happens. I am playing it at 90 speed. Our first polar bears have arrived, and the polar bears are the ones who will turn on Fafnir, given the opportunity. We can see the polar bears are headed towards the dragon, but we also have some wolves headed for my guys over here. Shouldn't be a problem. I have a whole bunch of pikemen and swordsmen to deal with them. So as you can see, the polar bears are quite effective against the dragon cannot knock them back. And even though it's basically him fighting his own units, it works. What can I say? The polar bears do a lot of damage, especially when they've ganged up like this. Pretty good. And done. Smarter than your average bear, part 1 of this mission is complete. Don't worry, these polar bears get deleted when the victory screen goes away.
Please accept my thanks. I'm afraid I was not altogether honest with you earlier. It is true that I have been pursuing the dragon for many years. What I did not tell you is that Fafnir was once my uncle. He stole that treasure from my foster father Hagen, but not before he had slain him in cold blood. But great wealth can bring unhappiness, my friend. Fafnir was so fearful that his hoard would be taken from him, that he used powerful magic to turn himself into a dragon in order to guard it. Now that his crime has been punished, I can rest easy. But my people are fat and my land is plentiful. I have no need of his treasure, so take it away, and may it serve you better than it did my uncle.
Okay, let's go on to part 2 of this mission.
I owe you another apology, my friend. You see, this summer past, I found myself in an unfortunate situation. I happened upon 2 brothers, the Princess Shilbung and Nibelung. They were arguing about how to divide up the treasure left to them by the late king of the Nibelungs. They offered me the great sword Balmu in exchange for settling this matter. But when I did so, they claimed unjustly, of course, that I had taken some of the treasure for myself. They set upon me with full force, and it took all my strength to grab Balmu and flee from them. I hoped I would be safe here, but it seems the army is preparing to advance on this castle. Alas, now it is my turn to seek your help.
Still on hard difficulty, let's get started. So as you can see, the polar bears are currently moving towards us, but they'll disappear in a second. There we go. And I'm going to lower the speed down to 20, I think, so I can actually get my economy started, because like the briefing said, I don't have a whole lot of time to, or before the attacks start coming. So I'm turning the granary rations down. And the first thing we're going to need are a lot of wood camps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm going to be spending about half of my gold on wood. There we go. So I can build up a bunch of food buildings. I'm gonna have to expand my population here a little bit. There are a lot of wood camps. Need a lot of peasants to man them, essentially. So I'm going to be using seal holes, I guess they're called. They produce meat, and they are a unique food building for the would it be called the ice faction, I guess. I like using them because they are overall quite productive given the cost, and they start producing almost immediately. They might not be the most efficient food source, but I think that they are. Yeah, like I said, I could not vouch for that 100%, but in my experience with them anyway, they have been the most productive. So it's generally why I go with them. I'm also going to start some stone production here.
Can't place that there, my lord.
Like that. And also get a few ox tethers up. I don't think I have enough to build. No, I don't have enough to build another hovel. So next we're going to start focusing on weapon production. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. I'm going to go to 40. It's a decent speed. That's the default speed. I'm going to build an armory right here next to my stockpile. That way it's easy for my weapon workshops to quickly transfer the weapons around the place. I'm going to need a barracks, and I'm going to put that right over here on the west side of the map, sort of in between these 2 open areas that I will be attacked on. So how are we looking? 27, 28 out of 40 population. I need to get a kitchen up and going. I won't have enough wood to actually build any kitchen buildings, but I'm just going to place it here sort of to remind myself not to forget about it. It's going to be important. I'm going to get all of my troops out of the keep and move them over here near to the barracks. We start with about 10 bows and a whole bunch of 5 armor. Can we sell the armor? Yes. I don't need that much armor. So we are under threat already, but the first wood should start coming in, but instead I'm going to buy just 10 more because I want to get a hovel up now. So I'll get an additional hovel up, and okay, then we can start building some more population. I'm going to be recruiting white wolves, so just I'm going to set this to automatically lock the troop count, since there's really, I'll just be recruiting the maximum every time. So, what do we have here? We're going to have some wood coming in very shortly. Are we really playing at 40 speed? Yeah, it just seems a little slow. I'm used to playing at faster speeds, I guess. I want to start producing crossbows. So now that I have some wood, we're going to place down a couple of crossbows, well, a couple of Fletchers, and set them to crossbow production. As you can see, my pikemen and swordsmen are marching over towards the barracks yet. And we really do need some oucher. Wow. I actually need a whole bunch of bubbles. Place down 3 more. Yeah, I didn't know how that happened. I really wanted to recruit some more white wolves, but apparently that's not going to be happening, so I'm just going to march my troops out there then. Yeah, I mean, that could go bad, obviously. Here's 7. We're going to set the rally point over there, so the wolves will immediately head that way as soon as I recruit them. They're very fast. Wolves, I think, are the fastest units in the game, believe it or not. The dragon might be faster, but the wolves are very fast, so having them get over there is really not going to be much of a problem. And the first attack will come from this area down here, which is why I've moved my troops over there. We're going to be pretty much dealing with them just on the ground because I don't have enough stone coming in yet. Although it is starting to come. Okay. The first attack is coming in. And I'm going to slow this down to 20. There we go. What are we going to do with these wolves? They're set to defensive. I'm just going to get them out of the way for now. Okay, okay. Wolves. Wolves. Kill the camp. Get the camp. Tell the wolves to get those archers. They're killing my guys. My archer, okay. I can't think here. Spawning down my ice maidens. The camp is going down. We're going to send my pikemen in to attack those polar bears, and then I'm also going to send. Is this Siegfried? Yeah, I'm going to send Siegfried in to deal with that as well. Get these wolves over here to deal with those archers, and we're going to recruit some more wolves, another 11 of them. We have enough honor when we have enough gold. Wolves are relatively cheap in terms of their cost. They only cost 5 honor and 15 gold, so you can recruit a lot of them. How is Siegfried looking? A little poor. Is he? No, he has plenty of health. Okay, make sure everything is set to defensive, yeah. I want to get rid of these polar bears as quickly as possible. The pikemen are not quite as much of a threat, and I'm also going to hire 7 archers here and have them start shooting at those pikemen, I think. How is Siegfried? Siegfried is doing just fine. Okay. We still have a fair number of troops left. They're not dying too quickly. So how are we doing in terms of wood? I think I want to... Yeah, we have 285 now, so I'm going to continue expanding my weapon production here. A total of 3 Fletcher's workshops and 3 tanneries, or tanner's workshops. I might also want to increase my food production at this point. Can't say for sure. I'm going to get these wolves over here to engage the pikemen so that they act as a meat shield for my archers. The Lord is under attack. How come you guys are not fighting? You're set to a defensive and yet they're not fighting anything. Okay, the Lord has taken care of that polar bear, so I'm going to get him over here and help deal with these pikemen. Extend the sword. Yeah, we're just going to get the rest of these swordsmen pikemen over here to deal with the pikemen that are next to our archers. I lost, I think, pretty much all of my archers, but it's not going to be a very big issue because I'm going to be producing crossbows as quickly as possible here. I don't have enough gold though, so that's a problem, and it means I'm going to be increasing my rations up to double, and then we're going to increase the tax rate to, what, extortionate? Yes, that is 8. 8 negative popularity at extortionate rations. So, still dealing with the pikemen, and I want to increase food production. I'm just going to build more seal holes at this point. I have quite a nice layout here for them already. They're an easy building to place down, I guess you could say, given their shape. They fit well in pretty much any area because they're nice and square. And then I also want to start placing some honor production buildings. So I'm going to place the eel pond as well as a couple of pig, what are these called? Just pig farms? They're called pig farms, and then maybe a couple of vegetable gardens as well. Well, one will have to do for now. And I think I actually need more population. So we'll have wood coming in shortly, and I'm going to build a couple more hovels. Okay, there's a pikeman over here yet that we need to deal with. How are we looking? We have 3 leather and 7 crossbows. And get these archers on top of the barracks there. I want to recruit more wolves, but like I said, okay, we do have 10 population. I'm going to go ahead and recruit those. We had enough gold to do so. And we should have quite a bit more gold coming in now that we actually have, wow, we have the taxes set to extortionate. Okay, I'm going to start building my wall over here. We're going to start with a basic tower. How come I can't build this here? Must be outside of my range or something. Maybe it's just the terrain. And I'm going to put stairs there. And then I'm going to increase the troops to produce to 24, which is the maximum. And then we're going to start producing some crossbowmen. So I'm going to get the crossbowmen and the archers up in this tower here, because that's going to be the direction the next attack will hit us from. I'm just going to start building some preliminary walls right here. Like that. Walls take a long time to build, I've found. It's like one of the most time-consuming aspects of building up your castle overall, is just dealing with building walls. So now that we have more enemies coming, I need to get my troops over to this side, because this is where the next attack will be attacking from. It'd be the south end, I guess, of this valley, this gulch, whatever you want to call it. We have plenty of stone coming in, which is good. At this point, I probably need to build a few more ox tethers at this location, because it seems to be piling up a little bit. There we go. And then I would also like to start building some more Fletcher's workshops. There we go. And they can build crossbows. Oops, I did not select this last one here. There we go. And how are we looking? Okay, 15 white wolves. I'm going to recruit those. Down to 37 gold. Get these white wolves over here. And okay, the next attack is here. I'm going to get Siegfried back his horse, so he can ride over into this corner, and I'm going to spawn my ice maidens as soon as they recharge. Hopefully they can destroy the trebuchets. And the white wolves are just going to stay here for now, I guess. They're just sort of going to act as a shield to prevent anything from going on. Okay, we have enough. We have the shield maidens have recharged. I'm going to tell them to destroy any of these trebuchets that my archers are missing out on destroying. Here we go. Excellent. Get that one. And then this last one here, this one is actually starting to wind up. Good. Now get rid of the camp. That way they can't resupply their ladders or anything. Wolves, yeah, okay. I could set these to aggressive, actually. Hopefully then they will engage better. And I'm going to take Siegfried, and he's going to start targeting some of these polar bears. Because he's very powerful. He's a lord. He's a knight, in other words, so he can deal a lot of damage. And look at these. Recruit some more crossbowmen and send them on top of that tower. The macemen are very fast as well, but my wolves are still faster. So how are we looking here? Overall, it's pretty good yet. I've got 25 wolves remaining. And I want to continue expanding my weapon production here now that I have the wood and the gold. Now, for those who might not be aware, it is possible to build leather armor without any cows in Stronghold Legends. This was a change that was made for Stronghold Legends, and the previous Stronghold games always required you to actually be building or have dairy farms to supply the cows. That's not necessary for Stronghold Legends, though. I'm going to build an engineers guild and recruit a few engineers to help repair any damage to my walls in the future. I'm also going to build a gatehouse right about here. That's going to serve for our outlet on that side in case we need to sally forth, and then I'm going to be doing the same over on this side. There's a gatehouse as well. And it's important to note that the gate, I might actually do a double gatehouse here because we want 2 layers of walls. So we're going to do a double gatehouse, and then I'm just going to attach that to some stone here. Can we do that? Yeah, but there we go. And the reason behind doing double walls is because the way the AI, or just the game plays in Stronghold Legends, Stronghold 2 and Stronghold Legends, it's very easy to breach the first wall with ladders. And if you have your towers connected to that wall, it gives the enemy units immediate access to your towers, which means your ranged units are quite vulnerable to being attacked. And that's generally why you end up going with 2 layers of walls. And I don't mean a double thickness wall. I mean actually you have 2. This land here is so uneven I can't build a gatehouse there. So we're just going to forget about double layers for that one, I guess. For this side. Or double gatehouses. But when I say 2 layers of walls, I mean 2 sections of walls that are mutually exclusive from one another. So in other words, you can't access one from the other. And vice versa. We have steps to the walls right there at the tower, but I also want to get some steps going to the secondary wall, like that. I think that'll be okay. It does prevent the ladders. I mean, even if there isn't a gatehouse there, it will probably act as a bit of a distraction for laddermen, even without actually having a gatehouse blocking it off, because laddermen, they seem to target the very first thing that they can put a ladder on. So they're not all that smart, but they can be dangerous. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, walls will delete the trees in Stronghold Legends and Stronghold 2, maybe not. Stronghold Legends, you can delete trees simply by putting walls on top of them, which was an interesting change, I think. Then the next attack will be coming over from this side, so the side we were originally attacked from. And yeah, okay, just wanted to make sure I was producing crossbows. Here we have 12 crossbows, and I'm going to basically start to defend this wall. So probably put a tower right about there, and then another one on the other side of the gatehouse right about there. And we're also going to need stairs to get to the walls here. Like so. And now we can actually start putting crossbows on towers. How are we doing in terms of weapons? Quite a few. Well, not quite a few. I'm turning this up to 60 speed because at this point I have a lot of my defenses up already, so it's not anything that's too urgent. You can get some of these crossbows over from my existing tower on the south side of the map, or move them over to the north side of the map. Archers are not going to be quite as useful, so I'm just going to put them on the gatehouse. And how are we doing economy-wise? Plenty of food. That's good. How are we doing in terms of honor? Not too shabby. I'm going to turn that up a little bit. I also might want to just double everything here. So I'll put down another eel pond, another vegetable garden, and another pig farm. And I think we have a lot of population. We have 9. Okay, I might want to put down another hovel. The great thing about having more population, of course, is that you get more taxes, but you also have to feed them more. So overall, it's a positive. Like, you get more golds taxing your peasants than you do actually selling the food. So in pretty much every instance, it's better to just have the extra population sitting around your campfire. It's more profitable, which might not make a lot of sense, actually, because if they're unemployed, how is it that they can afford to pay you taxes? It's an interesting question. I'm gonna add another 2 towers, I think, over on this north wall, and continue recruiting crossbowmen. It should be noted that you can't actually buy weapons in this scenario, so it's important that I produce plenty, that I'm not wanting for weapons. So I'm going to put down another 3 Fletchers and another 3, what are these? What? Needs cows. See, they say needs cows, but then they just, they make the leather armor anyway. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to recruit any crossbowmen so far. So there we have 9 Fletchers and 9 tanneries, or tanners. That should be more than enough to supply me with the crossbows I need. And I'm going to set the crossbows to automatically rally on top of the barracks. We can also recruit some more white wolves. In the case of an emergency like a breach, they are a very fast unit. Like, I like fast units compared to having stuff like massive army will soon be upon us. I prefer quick units as opposed to strong ones that are slow. This engineer can go back there. So, for example, a good scenario here is when you have ladders on the walls. You want to get them off the walls. Obviously, wolves can't shove ladders off the walls, but I will choose men-at-arms to station on my walls because they can get around the walls very quickly as opposed to other units. Finally, we're going to get some crossbowmen in this tower way over here. And also put the archers up there, I think. Grab these couple crossbowmen and finally put them in the tower there. Okay, we're under attack from the north again. I have my wolves stationed over there. I might also want to get Siegfried out there. He can spawn down his ice maidens because we actually do have a problem here with the ballistas. Yeah, they can cause some nasty trouble for me if I'm not careful. Okay, Siegfried, get over here. Deal with the camp. And I'm going to spawn down the ice maidens right there. And I'm also going to take my wolves and target the ballistas. The ballistas are quite deadly. They can really do a lot of damage to your troops. Catapults are on the walls. Not a big deal. You can tell Siegfried to destroy the camp. Like that. There it goes down. The stockpile is full, huh? I should build a market. The polar bears took down one of my gatehouses. I'm going to slow us down a little bit to 40. Think. Okay, the wolves can start retreating. There's really no reason for them to engage the pikemen over there. If they engage the pikemen over here, my archers will be able to fire at them. I'm not sure why I can't... Can we get aggressive here? I can't enter my castle anymore. What the hell? How did that happen? Interestingly enough, wolves apparently can climb ladders. That just does not make any sense to me. So yeah, the wolves, they can't get into my castle because my gatehouse was destroyed. I don't even know at this point. So, what? Yeah, I don't understand why I can't get in my castle. This is really, really odd. I've never seen such a problem before. Apparently my engineers can get out. That is just the weirdest thing. Look at that. Yeah, so the stockpile is full. I need to build a market. Well, we have a lot of stone, so here I can immediately clear up a bit of this problem simply by building a few towers I wanted to build anyway around here. There we go. That should be enough. And they got rid of all the pikemen. Now I just have to figure out why the hell... I'm gonna build another gatehouse there. Why the hell can't I get my troops inside? Okay, we're just going to delete this gatehouse. For whatever reason, it is acting up. I can't figure this out at the moment, but I need access to the inside of my castle. The engineers are shoving the ladders off the walls as well as doing some repair work there. I'm going to speed the game back up to 60. And so engineers can shove ladders off of walls as well, interestingly enough. So that's something to keep in mind for the future. There we go. I want to see if I can get back out now. Yes, I can. Stockpile is already full, so now I'm actually going to set up the market to automatically sell once we hit 150 wood and probably like 200 stone. There, that should work. We also had 10 iron that I never bothered using. I didn't need it, but like I said, I never ended up using it. How are we looking in terms of archers? I need to produce more crossbowmen. No kidding. We need to get crossbows on these walls over here. So I probably should focus a little bit on that for the foreseeable future here, just recruiting crossbowmen. Interestingly enough, I don't have as many as I would like. Like, I thought I was going to have a ton of crossbows by this time, but it seems I have a ton of leather armor and not enough crossbows. So I guess we're just going to expand bow production, crossbow production essentially. Build a couple more Fletchers there. Hopefully that will even out some of this discrepancy I'm seeing in weapon production at the moment. And get these crossbowmen onto another tower on the south wall, the southernmost wall. I'm also going to move some of these crossbows from the northern wall over here because the next attack will be coming from... Just go up there. The next attack will be coming from the south.
What's the plan?
And then the attack after that will actually be coming from where? Apparently my stairs got destroyed. Maybe that's what goofed everything up. The final attack will be coming from both directions. Now the engineers can actually get back to where they need to go to repair the wall, get back to the stockpile and get more stone, etc., etc. It's all good. And in the meantime, I'm just sort of filling the space here, space being my time in between attacks and the space in between towers with additional walls, just bolstering it, making it extra thick because the polar bears are actually fairly effective at bringing down walls. I don't know if you noticed, but they brought down a gatehouse even, so they're at least as effective as a battering ram would be. It should be noted, however, that battering rams in Stronghold Legends cannot remove walls, unlike previous versions of Stronghold, in which a battering ram could target pretty much any building. It could bring down buildings, it could bring down walls, it could bring down towers, but in Stronghold Legends, that was changed, and now the battering ram can only bring down gatehouses, which is really as it should be, because the gatehouse should be the weakest point of a castle, I think. That is pretty accurate. Like, if we look at castles in history, like, one of the main targets would be a gatehouse. You compromise the gatehouse, and then the castle is a much likelier time of falling. You can get your units in there, your troops. Got some more crossbows recruited, and moving them into that tower there. I think I'm also going to grab these archers in that far northern tower and move them into this southern tower closest to the area that the enemy arrives in. That way they'll have a little bit extra range, so they'll probably be able to get some extra shots off at enemy siege equipment especially. Like, I don't want the trebuchets showing up and causing me trouble. So overall, things are looking pretty nice. I'm going to speed this up to 90. Danger, my lord. The enemy will soon be upon us. I forgot to reset this rally point for the wolves, so they were going out there all the time. I didn't want that. Yeah, so we have a lot of honor. Well, 300. We have a lot of gold, though. I might want to buy something with it. Nothing really all that useful. They recommend using those ice tunnels, but since you can't build them outside of your own estate, they're not very useful. Okay. Got another attack coming here. Gonna grab my wolves and rush them out here to meet the polar bears. We have 63 of them at the moment. Okay, we're gonna have to get rid of these trebuchets here. Not good. Yeah. Down to 53 wolves, but they're doing a fair bit of damage here. And this next army is going to be 2 armies. That's why you saw the message twice. Want to recruit a few. Okay, I'm gonna slow this down a bit. As a matter of fact, I actually need to recruit more crossbows. Like, I have a ton of crossbows now. I have 39 of them, and I haven't been recruiting them as frequently as I should have. So we're just gonna have to wait for that. Turn it up to 65 actually, and we're gonna get these crossbows onto the towers. Hey, look at these engineers. They're stuck on the stairs. They're doing a little jig right there on the top step. Yeah, so I don't have enough crossbows for that side of the wall, actually. That would be interesting if I don't... Oh, are they here already? I see both of the princes in the top left corner. But apparently they're not actually here yet. So that's good. I might have an opportunity to recruit enough crossbows. Like, I have the weapons. Like, I have 24 more crossbows, and that would be pretty significant, but the problem being that I might not have enough time to get the population required to recruit them all. Build some stairs there so that my engineers can repair that section of the wall. Good. Oh, here they come. Turn it down to 40 speed. Recruit more crossbows and get them onto this wall on the northern part of it. Okay, the ones attacking from the south will hit us first, so that's why I'm going to rush my wolves over there first. Try to get rid of a lot of these siege equipment and stuff. There, get rid of these catapults. I mean, obviously, I don't expect them to deal with the knights because the knights will kill them. So just get that siege tower and then we'll be good. Okay, never mind. Siege tower, irrelevant. What we need to do is get rid of the nonsense that's going on over on this side of the wall. Right. I probably needed more crossbows on those towers. Okay. I'm going to grab Dietrich or Siegfried and have him rush out here. And I want to take out that camp just to make sure that they can't do anything with the ballistas, ultimately. Okay. Get Siegfried. Yeah, the ballistas are firing already. I want to spawn Siegfried down there. He's going to take care of that guy. For some reason, the ballista stayed in the camp. So right there is one of the princes, and right here is the other prince. He's just standing there. Apparently, they're not going to do anything if the walls are not down. The Lord is under attack. Okay, well, you just can go back behind closed doors. If you take a look at what's going on up here. Yeah, okay, so this one is about to die. No, who is that? Skilbrung? I can't pronounce it. It sounds German. Can't pronounce German words, I'm sorry. Tell these wolves to retreat. It's not as important in this game, in Stronghold Legends, to avoid dying or avoid losing your units, because ultimately there's a catapult there. I'm going to tell Siegfried to go out and kill the catapult. Ultimately, your score, there is none, and it's not based off of your well, I can't come up with a sentence, it seems like right now. I'm just stumped. It's not calculated based on how many troops you have lost, your score, because a score really doesn't exist, does it? I'm not too sure about that. Apparently only my archers can actually hit these knights, which is why they're taking a long time to die. So what I'm going to do is grab the remaining of my wolves and rush out here with Siegfried, and we're going to have an epic duel to the death. It's going to be 2 knights against 32 wolves and and a bunch of werewolves. Okay, well, things just got a bit sporting, to tell you the truth. Aggressive. I wonder if I will lose this. That would be a shame. turn it up to 90. If I see my lord losing, I will pull him out. Oh, he died. Okay, he's killed. Excellent, that should be it then. So, pretty much cleared all those woods out, those trees out there. And we had a nice little defense going on. So, overall quite happy with that. The wolves were quite instrumental. They can just swarm, you know, entire enemy like invasions. It's really, really cool. Highly recommended unit. Victory! Victory. Victory?
Did you see that? What a fight! What a battle! This will go down in history, my friend. Minstrels will write epic songs about it. But we have left a land without heirs, and I hear that the Nibelung people are clamoring that I, Siegfried, should rule them. And who am I to refuse their demands? I must bid Dietrich, Hildebrand, and your good self farewell. But do not be strangers. There will always be a warm welcome and an open barrel for you all at the court of King Siegfried.
Okay, well, as you can see here, there is no score for Stronghold Legends upon mission completion, so I was correct in that. But anyway, that pretty much concludes mission number 3. Thank you very much for watching as always, and I hope to see you next time.